Okay, hope everybody's having a nice weekend. Today is February 1st, 2015. Let's take a look at the market and then we take a look at some of the stock before the big games start here. So let's start off with the Dow Jones Industrial. We see that the Dow Jones, came down and broke to the September closing high. Right, once again. So it seems like it's destined to come down and test this December low here, somewhere around the 17,068. Right, pretty much in confluence with the 200-day moving average. So we're probably looking at a little bit more of a downside. Although we did have some sell, late afternoon sell off last Friday. So we might get a little follow through and come down and tag this level, and then maybe we get a bounce. So we'll see how it go. But right now it seems like the market is kind of wanting to get down to this level here at least. So, but if it get down to this level and it breaks, then we'll probably be looking at the possibility of coming down to retest this October lows. So, but for now, we're going to be watching this 17,000 level here, close to this 200-day moving average on the Dow Jones. Then on the S&P 500, see the S&P 500, also coming down, and again, so I got a little bit of a trend line here. So again, we probably will see it to break this trend line, this little wedge here or triangle, and probably come down. And again, we see this 200-day moving average near this 1975 area. So it probably will come down and test this, December closing low here, about 1972. So 1972, 1974, somewhere around there. Okay, so that's basically what we're looking at. And then on the Nasdaq 100, the Nasdaq 100 also was, coming down as well. And although we did saw a little bit of a bounce up here in this September closing high, but then I think Apple and the other stock is also showing some weakness in the late afternoon, and it could be possibly due to OPEC. So anything could be happening on Friday. That's why the Friday's price action is very unpredictable, and sometimes it's maybe misleading. So we just have to see what the coming day is going to show. Will it come down and break this 4,100? Then we'll probably want to see it come down and retest this December low here. These level here somewhere around this 4082, 4083 area. So we'll see how that hold up. And if that doesn't hold up, then most likely it probably will come down. Maybe fill in this gap. Is also maybe find a little bit of a support near this 200-day moving average somewhere around this 3977 area, 3978. Okay. Then the Russell 2000, also the Russell 2000 is coming down as well. Again, similarly to the Nasdaq, we got this little triangle here, so it could be coming down, and we test this level somewhere around this 1154. Okay, and there's a good possibility that it could, go to it and maybe come down and retest this December low. So if the market, let's say the Dow Jones and anybody else come down and seem like it's going to heading down to test the December low, then most likely we probably could see the Russell also come down. But you never know. It's been acting a little bit of in a counter trend mode. On a few of the days while it's here, when the other market is coming down, the other major indexes is coming down a little bit, showing some weakness. So let's take a look at gold. We were looking at the gold, right? We talked about that last week. I put up a post on my blog and saying that we're going to pull back to somewhere around the 618 and also this 50% Fibonacci retracement level. Although we've got a little bounce off the 618 last week, especially on Friday, I wouldn't be surprised to see it maybe consolidate a little bit more somewhere around the 618, or it might even pull back a little bit on the and actually come down and try to tag this 50% before it actually move up. But although anything is possible, because we'll also be kind of looking at maybe a possibility of this sort of like a bull flag, right? So it could, if it continue to move up and break this pivot here, then we could have this, bull flag in play. Then the other thing is, on a major move, if we get a little bounce over 618, then the major move 100% will be bringing it up to this 1394, 1395 level, right? And that would be somewhere in confluence with the peak here, right? So basically somewhere around this level here. Okay, so kind of keep an eye on that. And then on crude oil, the crude oil got a little bit of a rally late. On Friday there, and a lot of people were thinking that maybe it's the expiration and that kind of stuff. But you see, this is not a small move, and also you see this little doji candle here, although it made a new low. On this little bit of a pullback, new 52-week low at least. Basically it's the 43.58. That's a low. Okay, and there was a Fibonacci retracement level sitting somewhere at 44.33, so it kind of overshoot that on the downside. So who knows? Maybe we got a little bit of an intermediate bottom here, and maybe we get this. If we get a continuation on this upside move, we might see this thing come back up at least in the near term, somewhere around this 52 level. At this these particular pivot here. Maybe we get up at this level. If we could, take out this level, we could see somewhere up in this area, this, high 50 and the low 60, somewhere near the 60 here. Okay, so just be cautious, don't listen to the talking head about, they're predicting below 30 or whatever. Nobody could tell how low we're going to go. Just watch the price action. If the price tell you it's moving up and there's a trade, take it, So who cares? We're not here to pick bottom, right? We're here to trade prices and make money. So it's not about, picking, be able to call the low, the crude oil bottom low price here. Right. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. And let's take a look at some of the stock here. Let's start off with Netflix. Right, Netflix, we were talking about the earning, and after the earning, when it holds the gap, we're saying that it's going to come up and fill this gap, the previous earning gap. And depending, is there, buyers step aside, or how much of us, people that got trapped up here decide to get their money out and bail. So it came up. So now we got a little bit of a pullback. So it'd be good if we could get a little bit more of a pullback before we run up further, because the pullback that I like to see, not necessarily that it will do, is maybe get up on this Fibonacci and then maybe pull back to the 618 or somewhere in this 50 area. So essentially, if pull back to somewhere around this 300 level, the 400 the level at near the 395. So if we could, maybe come back down here and then get a little bit of a move up, and maybe get up and attack these level here, because then we have this 127 up at 495. So if we get the pull back down to the 618 or the 50%, then swing it back up, then easily we could see some potential move up to this 495 area. Okay, so. And then let's take a look at Apple. Apple, we got this earning, and it held up fairly well. Actually, you're looking at Apple, except just the last hour and a half or so, the last hour. That's probably a lot of it got to do with the pending. But I was kind of surprised that they took it down so much. I guess it took it down to somewhere around below 117 area. So that was kind of a little bit surprising. But in any case, we're basically looking for Apple. If Apple could pull back, if it pull back and they hold this 115, essentially they're holding this earning gap, then that would be positive. I wouldn't be surprised to see it to come down to this 114 level. Maybe somewhere around here. This level here, right? So if it come down here, somewhere around this 114, then we get a bounce, like maybe get up here, then, it'd be good. And, if we haven't read one of my posts about how I kind of project there's a near-term target of 125 price target. So I might want to go check out that post on my blog, magic number for Apple. Right? So you might want to check that out to see how I derive this price target of 125 for the near term. Okay. Then GoPro, we're scheduled to report earning this coming Thursday, so got to be careful. Came down to this trend line, got a little bounce, and then we got this little shooting star, so it's kind of pulling back here. So it's a lot depends what they're going to do. It might be just hovering around here until Thursday. Then it might try to make a push and get above this trend line. Remember, we were talking about this inner trend line here within this price channel. Okay, so if it could come up and break this trend line, then maybe it could get back up here to somewhere around this maybe 68 area. But if the earnings come out and it's not good, then the chances are we probably could see it, come way down here, maybe come down and test these level here somewhere in the, high 30, maybe 37, 36 area. So that's just keep an eye on that because right now, you can see that it was trying to make a little bit of a bull flag here, right? If we kind of project, a bear flag here. So if it, right now it seems like it's breaking down from this low flag. So there's a good chance that it would come down. So also if we do a little bit of a projected move, major move here, and if we do this, so essentially these 100% retracement, on this projected move is somewhere around 3180. So about 32, and then here's that 3675, which is close to this level here. This is about 80% retracement, or the 80% major move from this, this bear flag. So you just kind of have to keep an eye on that. Again, it's earning coming up, so be careful. And then look at Alibaba. The earning came out and got kind of got clobbered a little bit. The option market is actually pricing it, between 105 to 91.60, so it's close to 92. And actually, it came down and opened down here near this 90.50. It opened at 90.53. So it got a little bit of a bounce back up. Right now, it doesn't look very positive. It's, can't even get back up above this 90.57, essentially this pivot high here. So I think it could take a little bit of time for it to try to consolidate and kind of build a base before it could decide which way to go. If it's, taking out this low, then we probably could see, Alibaba might come down and retest this low here somewhere around the 82, 81. Okay. Then we got Facebook. Facebook also reported earning and got a little bit of a push down in the after hour when it reported earning, and then kind of work itself back up the following day. But on Friday, it kind of got sold off. So it's still trying to get back above this trend line here. So right now we're still looking at this. This level here, somewhere between, this 74.69 and somewhere around this 73.33. These, this range here, if it can hold this area, then the chances are we'll probably see it to come back down and retest this 71.33. So if it could get back above this trend line, then we probably could see it maybe try to work itself back up to this 82 level, on this, and then maybe tag a new high in there. But right now, I kind of, on Facebook is just kind of, sit and watch. Then on Twitter was also, it's kind of holding at this level here, this pivot. Okay. Essentially is this gap here, this 36.14, right? But again, you got this little bear flag that we've been talking about. We thought it was going to break here, but it got a little bounce off of it, and it didn't get back up above this level. So I believe, let me see, does Twitter have reported earning yet or not? Let me go and check here. Just give me a moment. Okay. Let's see, what am I doing? Okay, let's see. Okay, Twitter is scheduled to report earning when? Next week, Thursday, right? Okay, yeah, next Thursday. So you gotta be careful on that. So earnings coming up. Although we got a little bear flag and it seems like it's broken that bear flag, but it's sitting at this gap here, this level, this support 36.14. But also we could also draw another, flag here if we just adjust this a little bit. Let me go and settle another trend line here. So if we take this, okay. And let's go and do this. So if we look at this particular, bear flag here, it still seems to be within that channel. So again, so we're basically looking at this critical level, 36.14. If we break that 36.14, then the chances are we probably could see it work itself down and maybe test these pivot low here, somewhere around the 30.45. So again, got to be careful and got to be patient and then see what's going to happen after they report earning. I wouldn't be, try to chase this guy, even though if they're going to try to run up here, to try to run it up for earning. If somebody know that the earning will be good, I would rather just wait until it break above this 41.74 and then get a little bit of a pullback, then look for a setup to go long and try to play it up to fill this gap here. If that's the case. Otherwise, just kind of wait until this thing come down and then see, where it's going to break. Maybe they try to work it up to the midpoint on this channel and then set it up for earning. And I wouldn't be surprised that the option market will be pricing it somewhere, between this level and maybe up at this level here, 43, and maybe somewhere around this 35 area. Okay, so but when you get closer, then we'll take a look at the option market and see what are some of the pricing that the option market is pricing in on this move. But for now, again, on this these earnings season on these high beta stock, it's really tricky to trade. Okay. And then there's Tesla. Okay. So again, Tesla is due for report for earning the 11th. Okay, so that's not this coming week, but next Wednesday, the following Wednesday. All right, so it come down, kind of hugging this trend line here, got a little bit of a shooting star, so it come up with this little bit of a resistance here, up at this level here, somewhere around this 207, 208. So kind of watch this. If we could break through that, then maybe it could work itself up and probably maybe find a little bit of a resistance on this declining 50-day moving average. But if earning is good, then maybe we'll bump it up against this this trend line here. Now there is a video, I think it went viral. There's a there's a they were doing some testing on a new car that so I forgot what the model number, they call it, the Model S or the Model X or whatever. I think it's the Model S, right? So that might give a little bit of a fuel on Monday, maybe push the stock price up a little bit and get everybody chasing it, and then maybe that will set up a little bit of a run to get up to this 50-day moving average level, somewhere around this 217 right now. So we'll see, but I think for now, I think Tesla have more downside risk than actually on the upside. But you never know, if it break this, it could come up here. But I think they probably will settle for the earning. If we're going to move up, probably set up the earning to move up to this level here. So I wouldn't be surprised that it's just going to be chopping around, for the next week or two, in this area. Okay, maybe a dip at the back there and try to run it back up. So, and then Amazon, we had this projection on Amazon, and Amazon, it's one of those stocks that, hey, if you lose money or something like that, you still be able to get the Wall Street to pop the stock. So, it's all about growth, right? So, anyway, it came up and filled this gap here, so it's kind of pulled back a little bit. So we just have to see how this thing set up. Maybe just wait for a few days and let the price action set up to see what kind of a long or short setup. Just like Netflix, you just have to wait until it stabilizes and then look for a pullback and then look for some kind of setup and wait for the trigger. Okay. So then the next one is Google. Google came out with earning, and in the after hour, it actually was negative. And then throughout the day, I think during the conference call, the stock actually recovered. And then the following day, it actually gap up. And you can see it made a tremendous move. It was up like $24, or 4.75%. So it could be bumping up against this 545 area. And if we could break this 545, maybe we could get up to this 567. This pivot level here. So we just kind of keep an eye on that. Wouldn't be chasing it right now, even though if we break that 545, I'd wait for a little pullback because the MACD is looking good, and also the volume. So we've got to break out volume here, which is very nice. So it seems like it indicating there could be some more upside to come for Google. And let's see, anything else? I guess that's it. So good luck to everybody next week, and enjoy the game.